I'm Anushka. We're going to get started with the interview. So, how did you first hear about FIRST and when did you first join it?
Good question. So in one of the days in my freshman year, there was two students who were like tabling outside of the cafeteria at Haggerty, and I started talking to them, and they were telling me about like the robotics team, and then I was like kind of getting interested in that way. In middle school, I went to Milby, which was like the pre-engineering magnet, so I think I was like already like engineering inclined. Um, and so I went to, I think, another like info session one of the days to like the robotics room. And I got to see like the robots in the field, and I like got more interested in that. Um, and then I just decided to just join the club and like see how it went.
Oh, cool. So what are some core memories that you made throughout your journey with FIRST?
Wow. A lot. I think a lot of the core memories that stick with me are like from travel and like when we went to competitions. I think just like the highs and lows from competition and like kind of like the late night staying up trying to get like the robot working. Those really stick out as memories to me. Like also, yeah, being away like from home and being with like the team, like staying in the hotels. Those are core memories. I think also just generally like the time I spent working with Mr. Harper, and like the things that I learned from him. Those are like core memories to me too that like have impacted me.
Nice. What skills have you learned while being on a FIRST team that you still use today?
Um, a lot of skills. I think uh, definitely a lot of engineering skills, and general like intuition about like how to solve engineering problems. Big things like how to quickly prototype ideas. Like we had those resources like at the innovation lab that Mr. Upper works in, like with like the 3D printers, the laser cutters. So I have a good sense of like how to like design things quickly to like make a prototype. I think that's like something that I still use to today. Um, and then like in terms of FIRST as an organization and like some of the values like it instilled, like gracious professionalism, like that's just um common in industry, like how to conduct yourself, like working with others. I feel how to communicate ideas in like a professional manner. um yeah, like teamwork is a big one. Yeah, I mean a lot of different core values, like maybe communicating engineering ideas too is a big one, like in like the technical interviews that we had with the judges. Um yeah.
So are you still involved with FIRST in some capacity after high school?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I At one point when I was in college, I volunteered at a first event. Um, Beyond that, I haven't been able to participate anymore.
All right. How do you think FIRST affects the STEAM community?
I think I think the big thing is like inspiring the new generation and getting like young people involved in like STEM or STEAM from an early age. Get them interested, have them like work towards like a competition that like means a lot to them. Um, so it's like I think it's a big thing, like one, inspiration, and then two, like uh teaching them how to like develop these engineering skills which are transferable to like when they go to college or when they get a job. um yeah.
Okay. Um, so, in what ways did you contribute to your team while a part of Saturday Living?
Ooh, that's a it's a tough one. Hopefully I don't toot my horn too much, or maybe you have to ask some people on the team to speak on that. But I mean, I definitely like, one of my strengths is like being someone who's always like dependable or showing up. So I feel like I showed up for my team a lot, like um when things needed to get done, like staying late, going to the innovation lab. um yeah, really like doing my part and like putting my best foot forward to like make sure I'm giving my all to the team. um yeah. Leave it at
Uh,
that.
what kind of like what committees were you like a part of really like like hardware, software, outreach?
I
Um,
was, yeah, I was mainly focused on like the hardware, like the CAD design and like fabrication and assembly. Um, I did also participate in outreach at different events. I worked on the notebook as well and like an overleaf. Um, I didn't really dabble too much in the programming side, but I left that to people that were more capable, more interested than me.
Okay. Can you describe your experience in preparing for and participating in competitions, and what did you learn from these experiences?
Let me think about that one. I feel like we didn't have necessarily like the like a framework for how to prepare, so we kind of just came up with it ad hoc or like did things as we needed to do. I think like a big thing right before competition that always happened is like the notebook wasn't finished, so we had to like scramble to, you know, fill out some pages that we had missed or make it more cohesive in writing. So that was definitely a big push. Like I think a couple of days before the competition, and then also get like printing the notebook. Um, what else could I say? Packing the. I was like, you know, took it upon myself to like pack the toolboxes to make sure we have like all the necessary parts and tools for if things go wrong, like um, for on the robot. And then just getting more driver practice too. I was like a driver, so trying to, yeah, get more practice time as we can. Usually, I think we were like usually focusing on autonomous like right before competition because we needed to get more reps in there. So that maybe that's another area. Um, Scouting, we usually did scouting like during the competition, I would say. I personally didn't partake in like earlier scouting before competition. Um, yeah, maybe making spare parts, like just in case things break. Trying to think about, yeah, things that could happen.
so how do you see like your robotics experience? Like how did it like help in, with like potential like career opportunities and contributing to like professional goals?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think, like I mentioned, I think it helped me develop these like really good engineering intuition and engineering like fundamental skills that I think gave me an edge early on when I was like trying to look for internships in college. Even though like I was like maybe just like a freshman or sophomore who hadn't taken like very many classes, like I had these like skills that I had honed through like first robotics, um, that showed that I was capable of like, you know, doing good engineering work. And then once that like opened a door, then the next door opened. So it kind of like was a cascading effect.
Okay. What would you say for you was the one thing that was best about First Tech Challenge?
Ooh, that's a tough one. One best thing. Um, that's a hard one. Let's see. I think like the general sense of like the atmosphere, community, competition that they created, which like engaged students and like parents and mentors, um, to like work on engineering. I think that like overall is like a idea or like construct. I think is maybe the best thing.
Mhm. Definitely agree with that. Yeah.
So do you have any advice you'd like to like pass on to like the future generations of like the team and stuff like that?
Um, let's see. I would say, it's a good question. I would say, yeah, like always be listening, always be learning, always be like, you know, thinking about different ideas, prototyping, giving them a shot. Um, yeah, working closely with mentors, really really taking it as an opportunity to learn more than anything. Like win or lose, like you're still learning and it's going to be fruitful for you in the future. So yeah, that's
Thank you so much for letting us interview you today.
yeah, no problem.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, how long have you guys been a part of the club?
Oh, I've been part of First Tech Challenge for 4 years with like Haggerty. That was like the first
Awesome.
ever like been introduced to First.
I've also been in it since my freshman year, so 4 years now. But I've been a part of First from when I was in third grade. So
That's awesome to hear. You have like the roots in a first in you. Are you guys, yeah, what's your involvement with the team like?
Yeah, well, I do like software and multimedia and outreach and stuff.
Cool.
do multimedia and outreach and also some of the finances. So
Awesome. I hear you guys are gearing up for, is it the league championship that's coming up soon?
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have a competition on Saturday, which is a meet, and then we have the league championships in like 2 weeks.
Fingers crossed. I hope you guys do well.
Thank you.
Here, it's a lot harder to get to worlds now. I think there's like only 2 spots from states that go.
We have 3 spots, and also
Like even the states, they like broke the Space Coast League just this past year down. They like separated it, so it's like
Oh,
states now.
oh, crazy. What team are you guys on?
4717.
Yeah,
Where's
we're
it?
on
Vancouver
the
Mancers.
Metro.
The best team. That was my team. Cool. Well, it was really nice meeting you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck in your competition. And yeah, feel free to reach out in the future if you guys yeah, have any more questions or you want to talk. But I appreciate you guys setting this up.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Take care.